Today on the channel, we're going to learn how to draft a bodysuit pattern, just like this one that you're seeing on the screen. This method is simple, straightforward, and it is beginners friendly. Once again, you're welcome back to my channel. Do not forget to like this video, share, subscribe to the channel if you're here to do so. And if this looks like something you're interested in, kindly watch this video to the end. So the first thing you want to do is to draw a margin line at the top and also by the side, which is going to serve as your starting point for all your vertical and horizontal measurements. This is just to ensure that you're starting all your measurements on a straight line to have accurate measurements. Okay, so and on this page I'm going to be drafting both the front and the back together. Don't worry, it's not going to be complicated, it's going to be straightforward, trust me. So the first thing you want to do is to start by taking your shoulder measurement divided by 2 on this upper line, which is going to be your starting point. And from there you take other vertical measurements, which includes your chest line, your bust line, and your waistline. We have other measurements too, but you stop on the waistline for now. After you're done with that, you are going to connect it with a vertical line, just like you see me doing. The next thing you want to do is to get your chest line so that you can create your armhole and also to create your shoulder slope, your neckline, and so on like that. So the first thing I'm doing here is to measure from my shoulder line to my chest line measure. Then from the shoulder line I came down by 1 inch again and I connected back to the center front. That is for my shoulder slope. So whatever measurement you take on the shoulder line, you are going to do the same thing on the chest line as well. So what I'm doing here is just to create the armhole line and the armhole curve exactly the way we do for our regular basic bodies. Then for the neck measurements, you use your basic neckline, which is 3 inches by 3 inches, but in this case I'm using 3 inches by 2.5 inches because this pattern might have a collar later. So you reducing it by ½ inch will make your collar stay very close and fitted to your neckline. Okay, so after that you come to use your waistline, and from your waistline you take your crotch depth. You measure from your waist to your crotch. You can take the measurement on yourself, or you sit down on a flat surface and take the crotch depth. For me, I'm using 10.5 inches for my crotch depth. So whatever your crotch depth is, you measure from your waistline down. You mark the point and you connect with a straight line. After that, I'm going to come back to this my chest line area and complete the armhole construction. Okay, so for me to complete it, I'm going to take my bust circumference measurement divided by 4. Just create your armhole the way you create for your basic bodies. I think I've said that before. Now we're going to be taking the body circumference measurement divided by 4. So in this case, if you are going to be working with a stretchy material, you want to reduce your measurement by 1 inch, depending on how stretchy the fabric is, but I think 1 inch is okay. Whatever measurement you have, you are going to subtract 1 inches. But if it is not a stretchy material that you are going to be adding a zipper, or you are adding any other type of fastener, you want to maintain the same measurements. So from your waistline you measure down to 5 inches. So this is where we're going to take our hip circumference measurement for. Then you're going to connect it with a straight line or a broken line or a faint line, anyhow you want it. You can either connect with a broken line or an actual straight line. So on this line, you're going to take 1/4 of your hip circumference measurement. Then you subtract 1 inch if you're using a stretchy fabric. Then you are going to connect from the waist to that point. Okay, so after this, now we're going to go down to our crotch depth, okay, to connect it and give us the bodysuit shape. Before that, I would like to make the crotch line visible. Now for its allowance, for it to be easier, you come down from your crotch line by 1 inch. Remember that this is not an actual trouser, so we're going to come down by the crotch by 1 inch. Then you connect with a line like so. So on this line you go in by 1.5. This is the width of the underneath of your bodysuit. Okay, then from this width here you want to connect back to the hip line. That 5 inches that we connected earlier, you connect back to it. You can either start with a free hand like this, just for you to be sure, or you just connect with your curve ruler if you are good with curve ruler. So that is how you are going to connect that point. Then every other line I'm going to make it visible. So this is for the front. With this we have drafted the front. Okay, so now we're going to draft the back. The only alteration you want to do for the back is the crotch and the neckline, then the armhole. Nothing special. Okay, so now I'm going to be using 2 different marker pen to signify or to identify the back. You want to decide on how the back is going to look like. If you are going to be having a zipper, you are going to have a zipper allowance on this area. Okay, then we are going to modify the neckline. So the first thing you want to do is to draft the neckline. So for the neck depth, it's going to be 1 inch for the back, but you are going to maintain the same neck width. The wideness is going to be the same. It's just the depth that is going to be different. Okay, so then the armhole, initially the armhole for this my front is not that deep. Okay, so I can still maintain the same armhole for both the front and back. Or if your measurement is, if your armhole is a bit deep, so you can just create a shallow armhole for that of the back. All right, then the crotch is also going to be different. For the back crotch now, we are going to measure down to 4 inches from the initial crotch. That is the front crotch. Then you are going to connect forward with a straight line, and on that line, whatever you measure for the front wideness 1.5, you are going to repeat the same thing on the back as well. Are we good? Then you are going to connect back to the hip line of the front. I hope you're getting my English. So for you to know where to place it, like I said for the front, I forgot to mention this. For the front, for you to know how you're going to place it, you can just measure 4 inches, between 4 inches to 4.5 inches, depending on the person's body, depending on how cover you want it to be, because some bodysuits covers more than each other. So you can measure 4 inches like this, and that point is where you are going to place your curve. Okay, now for you to know where you are going to place the back curve, the connection of the curve at the back is always a bit wider than that of the front. So for you to know how much more or how wide you want it to be, just measure like this. From the front curve, you go out by 1 inch or 1.5. You don't want it to be too wide, but at the same time, but make sure it's wide enough to cover some certain part of your butt. So you can just use your free hand first, and even for the front, you can decide to reduce the front a bit more, or you can decide to leave it. It's better for you to have excesses, you trim it off, or you use it as the sewing allowance. Anyhow you want it, you can just modify it the way you prefer. So for the back, you are also going to go in with your free hand. You draw it out, then when you are sure, you can just connect it with your curve ruler, either your curve ruler. I'm going to be using this pink pen to trace it out first. Then when I'm okay with it, I'm going to make it more visible. All right, so after this, I'm going to add 0.5 sewing allowance all through. Okay, you can add much more than 0.5. You can use 1 inch, but because this is a stretchy, but because you might be using a stretchy fabric, you might just want to maintain 0.5 because you don't want much fabric inside the play suit so that it will look bulky. So ½ inch to 1 inch is okay. At the end of the day, you might even want to trim it off. Okay, especially when you're working with a lightweight material, a lightweight stretchy material, so you might want to trim it off. So you're going to add 0.5 inches all through. You add to the side, you add to the curve, you add to the armhole, neckline, and the shoulder line. So the green line is for the sewing allowance, the pink line is for the back pattern, while the black line is for the front pattern. I hope you understand on the lines now. So if you want to cut it, you're going to cut according. I'm going to be writing some information on this pattern, what it is, the measurement, and just to save me from stress, just to make it easier for future use. Okay, so you go ahead and do the same thing on your pattern. It is optional, but it is advisable. Okay, so this line, this pink line is for the back, the green line is the sewing allowance, while the black line is for the front pattern. Okay, so I want us to pay close attention to the way I'm going to be cutting it out. But before I cut, I want to show us something, just in case you want to have a bit of contouring at your center back, or you want to fix a zipper. Do not forget to tighten the back. So on the waistline, you go in by ½ inch, then you connect back to the neckline area like so. Then you connect back to the neckline, and you connect back to the crotch area like this. It's just the way we do our back tightening, just for the zip bulge. Okay, this is optional. If you are using a stretchy material, you might not want to do that, but if you want to have a zipper, or you just feel like you want to have a contour at the center back, you can also have it like this. You're just going to have a seam line at the center back. So guys, this is what it looks like before cutting it out, as you can see. Okay, so you're just going to, you can always keep this, so you can duplicate this paper cutting out the front and the back separately, and you can also have a single paper. So when you want to transfer to your fabric, you already have your information, you will know how you're going to cut it out. Okay, so I want you guys to just pay attention to the way I'm going to be cutting it. So I did not cut out the back tightening yet because I have not decided on what I want to do with this pattern. Then by the time you want to sew it, you are going to flip some part of the back to the front like so. It is automatically going to flip to the front. So guys, this is what the pattern looks like. So when you want to cut, you cut out the back first. You place it on your fabric, you cut out the back pattern. Once you are done, you place it on another fabric, unfold, and cut out on the black line for the front pattern. Either ways, it's going to work. Okay, in my next tutorial, I'm going to show us how to cut and sew a bodysuit with collar, a long sleeve, and it can also be a short sleeve. So do not forget to turn on the post notification so that whenever I drop this video, you will be notified and you will not miss it. Okay, thank you very much guys for watching this video to this very end. If you're here to like this video, please click on the like button, share this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you're here to do so. Until we meet in my next video, bye bye and take care of yourself.